It's not totally my fault today, okay? I'm blaming Ryan a little bit, but we are late and a little gay.
It's totally my fault. So
it'll be okay though. It'll be. He's the reason you have the show to begin with. He's okay to make us late once in a blue moon. Okay, he's the reason you have the show to begin with. But good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, Ryan. Are you happy on this Monday?
I no fucking comment. Not super happy. My AC is out. My AC is out. Other fucking random shit, but I'm here.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's not in a good mood. But I mean, is that different from any other day that we have here on Geeks Gamers Daily? That would be the question. Ryan, have you played Stellar Blade? You still haven't played it, have you?
No, I have not had time. I've not had time to play Stellar
Blade. It's good.
Blade.
I didn't play it as much as I wanted to this weekend. Just busy with just IRL stuff. But yeah. I'm a few hours into it though, and I enjoy it. It's good. It's a good game. A lot of discussion around Stellar Blade, and it has not slowed down at all. It's only gotten even worse, and it's gotten crazier. And I love watching the meltdown. I am all for a good meltdown on social media, and we've gotten plenty of that this weekend for sure. You guys are already lighting it up in the super chat department. Crimer 00 Diddy says, hail the 199, gotta run. Gremlin for 20 says, you guys see Afro Man's remake of Because I Got High, but instead made it Hunter Got High. People told me, and he says that he said it is before they ripped it down. They already are going after it. Funny as hell. So when I was on CobraCast, somebody told me about it. I have not heard that yet. I haven't heard it, but I'd heard of it. I haven't heard the song, but that's pretty hilarious. So is it available? I doubt it's on YouTube. So it's probably on Rumble or something like that. But I have not heard it.
No idea.
Yeah. I was told about that on CobraCast on Friday. So that's pretty fucking amazing. If it's true, with AI and everything, who knows what the hell's true? You know what I mean? Who knows what's real out there? I have no idea. AI is terrifying. But Beardo's Nemesis John Morrow for 2 says, good morning, gentlemen. Linko Kenobi for $100 says, what's up, guys? Just wanted to let you know my progress on my podcast office. I got my PC managed to connect to my Xbox Series X console, the PC working on the PlayStation and my Switch. I'm buying a video card to see if that works. My podcast is up and running. Hell yes, that is awesome, Linko Kenobi. And yeah, just get you an Elgato capture card. That's all you need for the Switch. Elgato capture card. It'll do you just fine. They work really good. Download the software. There's a little tutorial on YouTube. It's like a 2-minute video to show you how to connect it. It's super easy, super simple, and should be off and running.
I'll be right back.
No, you're good. Linko Kenobi for another $20 says, I've been reading on what's going on with Sony. It sucks. It's like Disney, but in gaming. I do hope to stream Stellar Blade so I can give my thoughts about the game and with Sony. Hail the 199. See you on Mario Kart tonight. That is correct. Mario Kart is happening tonight. I'm hosting on Geeks and Gamers Play, not Jay. It will be my perspective on Mario Kart tonight. So CobraCast will be happening a little bit earlier, and then Mario Kart. So I know everybody was yelling because Jay's not good at Mario Kart, like not good at all. Like that's probably me being nice. But a lot of people have complained about it. Not genuinely complained. It's a lot of memeing and stuff like that. But the reality of it is Jay is out of town right now, but I'll be hosting Mario Kart tonight. So we will be back on that. Tomac for 20 says, gotta love that low bounty reward that was put on Grums. Yeah, they really like the hatred for Grums is next level. And it's everywhere in terms of the games industry. And this is what I talked about with Grums and why they hate him so much. They hate him because he validates gamers' complaints. He validates angry YouTubers and toxic YouTubers' complaints. He came from the industry. So therefore, him now complaining about the industry and validating all those concerns from YouTubers and angry gamers and YouTubers and toxic YouTubers, that is something that the games media cannot stand by and let that happen. So he has to be discredited. He has to be destroyed. That is just how it goes. And that's what's going on with Grumps right now. All across social media, there are people that are making they're building their following off of hating on Grumps, and more power to them. That's what happens. I mean, Grumps has become a huge, massive personality, and he always has been, but now it's taken to another level. So now there's people that are literally building their Twitter following and their YouTube following off of hating on him. When you have that ability, that's a true sign of success right there. True sign of success. So yeah. Have y'all seen Entourage? I have not. I'm pretty sure Ryan has seen Entourage. Keenan, I have not. I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't. Let's see. Gremlin says, I seen it this morning on YouTube and it's really Afro Man. That is amazing. So the title of it is 'Cause Hunter Got High. Is that what it is? That is amazing. I didn't even know Afro Man was still a thing. I didn't even know he was still a thing, to be honest. So he had his one song from back in the day that blew up, and now here he is making songs like that. Is that the title of it? 'Cause Hunter Got High? Is that the title of it? Am I getting that correct? It's amazing if that's true. By the way, I finally, for the first time, and I can't show it, but because there's still work to be done, but for the first time, I saw the new homepage for our updated website, and it looks so good. I'm so excited for everybody to see our new website. We're probably still a few months away, and they specifically told me do not give anybody a timeline on how long it's going to be for us to launch this. Several months. So I'm not giving you a timeline either, because they specifically yelled at me about that. So no timeline, but the website is looking really fucking good, and I'm really excited about it. You guys are going to love it when it's ready. How you doing, Ryan? You back?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm. My AC is out right now, so it's like 80 degrees. So they're working on fixing it.
I mean, look, I'm all for being sympathetic, but we can also grift this pretty good, I think. So we'll work on that. I'll work on grifting your broken AC a little bit. So.
Well, unfortunately, they're fixing it right now, so you can't.
But all right. So Ryan, have you seen Entourage?
I've never seen the whole show. I've seen episodes here or there.
Okay, I figured you'd watched it.
I never really got into it. But.
Yeah, dude, my entire feed, and I've talked about this a few times now, but like Breaking Bad, my entire YouTube feed is Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, because I've just been rewatching Breaking Bad and I've been talking about it. So of course, on my YouTube feed, I clicked on a couple of Breaking Bad videos that hit my feed, and now it's all it is. And I can't believe the video essays on Breaking Bad that are out there with millions and millions of views. It's crazy. And it's like, holy shit, this is like the third time I've watched Breaking Bad. And it gets better every time. But the amount of content out there for Breaking Bad on YouTube is stupid. It really is. And I've never seen The Sopranos, Devin. I've never seen The Sopranos. Have you?
Sopranos. Yeah, I watched Sopranos a long fucking time ago, like a little after it aired, probably. But yeah, Sopranos is fucking awesome.
Yeah, everybody's talked about how great it is. Apparently, the ending was a tad disappointing to people, from what I hear. But that goes for almost any show. Breaking Bad's one of the few exceptions that didn't have a disappointing ending. Most people love the ending of Breaking Bad, and that's, to me, is where Breaking Bad is better than Better Call Saul. They're both. All the way through, they're almost even, but Breaking Bad ends better than Better Call Saul. So that's what separates Breaking Bad for me.
Sopranos ending doesn't give you like a definitive. It really alludes to, hey, this is what's going down, and then it kind of cuts to black. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. So Ryan, what's our first topic of the day?
I guess we better talk about boobs with Stellar Blade, huh?
Yeah, I don't think the audience is going to have a problem with that at all. I think they will probably appreciate that. You know, obviously, dude, there's like a lot. Did you see I had a video on like Nintendo bending the knee to censorship as well?
I I did see he made a video about it. Something about the 1,000-year paper door or some shit.
Paper Mario, the 1,000-year door, yeah. And so there's this scene with the Goombas where they're catcalling the female Goomba, and they've basically removed it.
Really?
He's like, yeah, it's like I played the somebody clipped it. Somebody clipped what I showed on Twitter. Let me see if I can find that really quick. And yeah, right here it is. Let me share my screen. But this is all it is right here, and they've it's so dumb. It's like we are in clown fucking world, man. Even Nintendo has fallen. Here we go. Oh god, my fucking Chrome is gonna crash now.
Perfect.
What the fuck is wrong with Google fucking Chrome? Seriously.
I don't know.
Do you use Chrome?
Yes.
Jesus. Anyway, it's going to crash, so I'll be back here in just a fucking minute. So read some super chats while this fucking happens. This show is a shit show today.
It really is.
An absolute shit show.
Yeah, yeah. Life's a shit show. So here we are. Sarcastic Mailman, number for 7 months. Hail Leighton Gay Boys. Jeremy, show us your butter dish, 199. There he goes. So we're just going to leave him there until he leaves. Gohan for 5. Still coming for your mullet hair, Ryan. Evil grin. My mullet hair? I don't think I have a mullet, but thank you, Gohan. Crispy Nokin for 10. Every little thing I do never seems enough for you. Don't want to lose it again, but I'm not like them. Baby, when you finally get to love somebody, guess what? It's going to be May. Thank you, Crispy Nokin. I appreciate it. Atlanta Falcons for 5. Ryan is the DEI officer. What are G&G's plans for Asian Pacific Heritage Month starting this Wednesday? I fucking hate Asian Pacific Islander heritage, whatever it fucking is. It's like, how many damn months do we need? We have 0 plans other than we're going to go on FNT and talk to Extra Girl and Barry Chan. That's pretty much it. There we go. Accident Seller for 20. If I made SB outfits, Eve would have a birthday suit. The skin suit seems to be that, which is the weird thing about the censorship. It's like you got a suit where she's basically naked. That's very revealing and provocative. But you felt for these couple outfits you had to like censor up the cleavage. I don't really know. I don't really know. But thank you, Accident Seller. Future Boy for 2. Ryan's pompadour has pronouns. Thank you, Future Boy. It's he, him. Slagless, member for 12 months. Jeremy, do you see that Trump supporter get swarmed by security and almost thrown out of a con? He live streamed it and talked his way back in.
No, I
don't know what you're talking about. A Trump supporter got swarmed, almost thrown out. He live streamed and talked his way back in. Missed that. Gohan for 5. I think Ryan is signing a bald man restraining order on me. LOL. Hashtag Ryan's hair will be mine. Oh, you want to steal my hair? That's right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna let that happen. Don't think I'm gonna let that happen. But I guess we got to talk a little bit more about the Stellar Blade stuff, because over the weekend it really it took a turn. Obviously, we know what happened with Stellar Blade. People have been excited for its release for a while. Games journalists have been upset about its release for a while. And they promised it, hey, uncensored in all versions. And so far, to be fair, critics have, they're fine. They like it. Audiences seem to love the game. But there's certainly still a controversy because despite saying that it would be released uncensored, wasn't exactly the case. Now, there was a community note on here that's been kind of on and off. Be like, well, no, the guy actually specifically talked about it. And yeah, the director responds after patch censors holiday rabbit outfit, claims updated version was always intended as the final version. Now, who's doing this? Is it Sony? Is it shipped up themselves? That's really where the contention is. And that's what led Grums and people to sign this petition. Let me refresh. We're closing on 50,000 signatures for free Stellar Blade, which was started by Grums. But Jeremy, some people not exactly happy about this.
Yeah.
Like Tone Man.
20K
to anyone that makes this dipshit disappear. Now, obviously, I don't think that should be taken, very literally or seriously. It's the fucking internet. But nevertheless, it's fucking insane levels to go to, all because people are asking for a game to be released the way it was originally promised.
Well, it is when you were off cam, and I've made this point a few times now, but the reason they hate Grums is because he came from the industry and now he's validating all the complaints from the gamers and the YouTubers out there, and they hate that. They can't stand it. And now there's people that are literally building their followings off of hating Grums. That's just that's how the internet works, and that's not going to change. That just shows how powerful and impactful he is right now. And yeah, so it's funny to watch the meltdown over him, and he's going to lean into it. And you know, I totally get it in terms of like it is you should take things like this seriously, as I said in my video, when someone says something like this, because we've seen too many instances in the past with that's the Mario stuff. We've seen too many instances in the past where these kind of deranged leftists will do something crazy. Do I think that it's a serious threat that the person put out there? Not necessarily, no, but it should be treated as such, because if you don't deal with that, then yeah, the wrong person is probably going to see that at some point in time. And apparently that person, Tone Man, was connected to, like, they found other accounts he was connected to or something like that. And I mean, I've had many people like threaten me and stuff like that, like saying if he's going to come to this convention or whatever. And it's laughable because these people are just sick, twisted, deranged freaks. But yeah, I mean, going back to like the Kotakus of the world and the games journalists in general, like they are very upset at the fact that a game with a female lead is very popular and very successful amongst gamers. Make that make sense to me, Ryan. Well, we know exactly why this is happening, because they need a victim narrative to be built around every single release that comes out. And anytime that they validate that, hey, this female game, this game with a female lead is actually like beloved by gamers, that destroys their sexist, narrative that is built around all gamers. Gamers hate women in their video games, so they can't actually admit that gamers actually are liking this game. And again, Stellar Blade's a very good game. It's a lot of fun. It's got good mechanics. It's got good music. It's obviously fun to look at Eve when you're playing the game. But it's a pretty fun game. The combat's good, and I'm enjoying it so far for the little bit of time that I've spent with it. And do I think it will be Game of the Year? That will be the interesting question. It depends on what all comes out for the rest of the year, obviously. But I think Stellar Blade's a very good game. I don't know if it's Game of the Year, but it's definitely going to be in the conversation. But they will probably ultimately ignore it once it comes to award season, because of course they will, because why would they cannot reward this game. Again, we live in a world where The Last of Us Part 2 was Game of the Year. Last of Us Part 2 was Game of the Year, and they're going to ignore this. And that's the other argument that's going on right now surrounding Stellar Blade is Alyssa Mercante from Kotaku even addressed it. And she's like justifying Baldur's Gate 3. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. Baldur's Gate 3 can have whatever it has in it. That's fine. Same with Last of Us Part 2. The difference is that those same games journalists that are taking the stand against Stellar Blade being sexualized were all for Baldur's Gate 3 and Last of Us Part 2. That's the problem with it right now. So that's why people are pointing in that hypocrisy out.
Yeah, it's the games journalist response, right? They wanted it censored, and then they get a little bit. And let's be kind of honest about the censorship. It's on a couple outfits where there's still way more revealing shit in the game itself. It's kind of fucking puzzling. So it seems like 99% of what they said they would deliver on to deliver, but it's that 1%. It's the principle that people are really questioning why they did this. What's the reasoning for it? And at the end of the day, you got people that are now canceling their PlayStation Network subscriptions, that are really pushing back. Some people don't want to support the game at all because of it, and all of that's understandable. But it's really just created a massive controversy out of this, which a lot of people thought was going to be a massive win. And now that's kind of in question. Yeah.
And Stellar Blade's going to continue to rocket up the sales charts. And I'll be interested to know if we do find out what the budget for the game is and ultimately how many copies it sells. And I guess the bigger question is, is mainstream games journalists going to ignore this for any Game of the Year considerations? If you look on Metacritic right now, I think it's like at an 82, 83. And then, of course, the fan reviews are very high for the game, which is kind of rare on Metacritic. to have fan reviews high on any game, just because that the fan reviews on Metacritic are broken as hell. But yeah, generally speaking, everybody's loving this game, and so I think they're going to ignore it. But the difference is, because I did mention that like this could be the Hogwarts Legacy of 2024. It's so much different for so many different reasons, but at the same time, the overall noise surrounding it, there is a lot of similarities in terms of the overall noise surrounding Stellar Blade. So that's going to be interesting. Are they going to address that towards and I doubt that. I think that they will ignore Stellar Blade, even on like a nominee. They won't even give it nominations, which that's going to be crazy because it's such a weak year for games, at least at this point in time. So if they do ignore Stellar Blade, that's going to be so glaring if they do ignore it.
Yeah, I guess only time will tell. It's a long way until the end of the year awards for sure. Every Eye Ministries for 5. Thanks to the community for helping me near 2K. Anyone interested in the Bible visualized by AI, pull up and sub G&G and the GCA. Well, thank you, Every Eye Ministries. Go check them out. Beardo's nemesis John Morrow for 2. They hate us because they ain't us. Thank you. Golden Nuggets for 5. Guys, check out the narcissistic prayer. Should explain some familiar behavior of Twitter lunatics. Plus, you're gay. Thank you, Golden Nuggets.
It's the first time we've been called gay on this stream.
Never usually happens. It's shocking. So should we take a look at this 1,000-year door thing?
Yeah. So yes, they are. Again, I can't understand why they would remove this. This is fucking crazy. But so Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, which is a a very, very popular game from the GameCube era, and the Paper Mario series has always been fairly popular for like being a not a mainline Mario game, but the 1,000-Year Door is pretty much widely considered to be the most popular one, and so they are remaking it. And from what I understand, again, Bounding into Comics and a few other publications released a story saying that this scene in particular has been removed or replaced. So here we go. You can play it.
Start exploring. Hey, man, what's up? How do you got there with you? Who's talking? What's up, baby? Why don't you hang out with us for a while? We play real nice. Goombas be good. Man, what a fine-looking Goomba. What's a fine-looking Goomba doing with a tubby mustache man like that? Oh, it is like so sweet that you boys think I'm cute. Seriously. Yeah, guys like you make me feel like totally barfing. Now get out of our way. Ouch, that was cold. What, you're too good for us? Come off it, sister. Nobody zigs us like that. Nobody. Let's get him.
That's it.
And they've just removed the entire interaction?
I think they've replaced it with something a little more toned down from what I understand. And it's like, they're the fucking bad guys. You're supposed to not like them. You're supposed to not like the bad guys. The bad guys are supposed to say things that make you go, yeah, I don't like these guys. I'm going to beat these guys up. That's it. It's fucking crazy. And again, Nintendo this is not isolated. Like we saw the reports with the Pokemon company and how they're looking for a diversity officer in their jobs listing. We saw what happened with Pokemon Go. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, that's where we are right now. And yeah, I don't know who was upset about this, who was fake offended over this. I don't know how they came to the conclusion. Do they have a consultancy company that's working with them? Like that sounds like a consultancy company going, this right here is problematic for 2024. We need to remove this because they're talking like it's so stupid. So that's the latest right there with Nintendo and what's going on with them. What do you think about that, Ryan?
It is kind of strange.
It's very strange.
Is that in all releases or is a localized release for that or what? Do you have any idea?
I haven't gotten confirmation if it's localized or not. It may just be Nintendo of America.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
And even still though, like it's a problem. Even if it's just Nintendo of America, it's still a problem. But Yeah. So we're going to see how that plays out. That's kind of flown under the radar, though. Like, that story isn't like booming out there, and not a lot of people are talking about it.
That's Paper Mario's gay.
Again, I will continue to say again when I'm saying things again. And also I say so and again a lot. So
Yeah.
like when I want to transition to like another topic, I'm like, so
Everybody has pause words.
everybody
Words that
has them. Yeah. I would say that means you watch me a lot, which I appreciate.
It's true. For him to know that you do it all the time, you'd have to watch a lot.
I've watched Jeremy Johns for years. Okay. Jeremy Johns always says at the end of the day, you know, or in the end, I'm sorry. He says in the end, he always says in the end, no matter what, in the end. And sometimes he says in the end, like 3 or 4 times in a video, because I watch him so much. I notice it. You know what I mean? And again, now I'm trying to use again and it's not coming off naturally. Fuck you.
Now you're fucked. Now you're just going to hear it all the time. Again, Pre-Dawn Corpse for $5. Dylan, you son of a bitch. What's the matter? CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh? Had enough? Thank you. Matthew Hammond, member for 5 months. Why would Nintendo localize a game that's already been localized? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Edward Morris for 5. Personally, I love The Sopranos Endre. The controversy at the time comes from people wanting a clearer picture. I won't spoil it, though. Yeah, it did generate a lot of discussion, for sure. Max Falconridge for 279. Have some worthless Canadian shekels to fix your AC. Thank you. Thank you. Gohan for 5. Meant Pompadour. My bad. I knew what you meant. Checo's Memories for 2. You make Jay and Beardo look good.
Oof. That's rough.
Ooh.
That's rough.
Future Boy for 2. Chrome user error. Probably it. Tobias for 10. Nintendo America is constantly censoring things. Look at the outfit changes between Japanese and American versions of Bravely Default, Fatal Frame 5, Xenoblade 2, etc. They've been like this forever.
Yeah, a lot of people have had a problem with Nintendo of America for a while. And again, a major release like I think 1,000 Year Door is going to be a pretty major release. It's a very popular game. I mean, if you try to buy the 1,000 Year Door on GameCube, the original version, that is a very expensive game. That is
Didn't they just do a remake Paper Mario game?
I don't know if that was a remake. They did they had a newer Paper Mario come out for the
Switch. Oh, it's a new one?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Get them confused.
I think. I never got too far into the Paper Mario games myself.
Forza Jersey for 2. Dude, use Brave, like Chrome, but no trackers or crashing.
Brave yeah, I mean, is Brave the one that most people are using outside of Chrome? I'm not going to use Microsoft Edge.
I don't know if most people are using it, but it
used to be DuckDuckGo, and that they pissed off everybody apparently. DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, DuckDuck. I have no idea what's going on with them, but a lot of people like Brave. A lot of people feel like you get some better search results and stuff like that. But I used Brave like 4 years ago, and I had problems with it interacting with StreamYard. I've heard those are fixed by now, though. But I've just never gone back.
Okay. Yeah, Mark, I mean, like I know Gary, which I don't know if this actually validates my concerns of like how I always have problems with Chrome, and so does Gary, because you know, dude. So last night I could not sleep. All right, I could not fucking sleep.
You're too excited for this stream.
I was so excited. It's like Gary had texted me, and we were texting, and I was like, all right, man, I got to go to bed, you know. And so I'm laying there, and I could not sleep, and I'm like half awake. But I pick up my phone, you know how it is, and you're half asleep, but you can't sleep. So you pick up your phone, and I was like, no, I don't get on Instagram. I never fucking get on Instagram. So I get on Instagram, and I'm looking on Instagram, and I'm like fucking going through like my message requests, which I never check. And for some reason, this showed up in my message requests from Jack White of the White Stripes.
What?
So I'm looking at it. It showed up in my fucking message request. I don't know why, but I see it, and I'm like, this can't be the Jack White. Like, this can't be the Jack White. All right. So I'm looking because it showed that there was a message sent. All right. So I text Gary. I'm like, "Are you still up?" He said, "Yeah, what's up?" I was like, I screenshot it. It's Jack White. It's like official Jack White. It's got like almost 700,000 followers. I'm like, and it showed that Nerdrotic was following. I was like, "Is this the Jack White?" And he goes, "I think he'd have more followers." I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of strange. Like, I don't." He says, "Why?" I'm like, "Because he sent me a message in July of last year." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it says Trump 2024." And I'm like, he goes, "He fucking hates Trump." I'm like, "I know. I don't understand this." It showed up in my message requests.
Yeah.
So we're looking through it. I Google it, Jack White Instagram. There's Jack White's Instagram. But it turned out it was a message I sent Jack White back when he went on an anti-Trump rant. But I was thinking he sent me the Trump 2024, and me and Gary were texting back, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm retarded."
That's the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
I was half asleep, but it showed up in my message requests, which I don't understand.
The fact that you decided it was necessary to DM him Trump 2024 is so fucking petty and stupid.
So I did it again last night. I messaged him again, Trump 2024 to save America.
God.
Oh, fucking what a loser. Oh, man. Gary was dying laughing.
Sounds about right. Mark of Reality for 5. Try the Opera browser. It's full of Chinese spyware, but it's better than being full of American spyware like everything else. There you go. Thank you, Mark of Reality. I don't care if the Chinese look at my shit. Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom. Appreciate that. Tobias for 5. A petition couldn't get Bloodborne on PC, but maybe Sony will pay attention to this once it's more current. Also, I'm more worried with it online. We'll see. Petitions are 99% of these petitions typically don't get the attention of anyone, or even if they get a lot of attention, they don't change the outcome. But maybe this one can get enough attention and people care enough about Stellar Blade and want to support it, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully.
There's Gary. What did I tell you? Leave IG to the chicks. Yeah, it's I'm not even, this is why I don't use Instagram at all. I don't know how it works. Never going to do that one again. I got a feeling that story's going to show up on 1-800 Danky. That would be a good one for Danky to tell. Like Gary, like me half asleep texting Gary, and Gary's like trying to read his phone, like putting his Coke bottles on, trying to read his phone.
Like blowing up the big big letters. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty good right there.
Future Boy for 20. Not going to bash Shift Up. The tweet that said uncensored, I think, was lost in translation. They meant same version would be worldwide and refused to censor for specific regions. Problem is, we take uncensored super serious. Maybe, and yeah, it's true. Like sometimes in different regions, they'll have different releases and stuff like that. And maybe that's what they meant by it. But obviously, when you have outfits that looked one way before the day one patch and they look another way, you're gonna have those questions out there. So.
Yeah, I mean the whole game is built off of Eve being an attractive female character. You know what I mean? You are sexualizing her from the game company. And it's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. And then it was advertised as like uncensored in all regions, and then suddenly all of this starts happening. And while these are minor little things, this is how it all starts. This is how it always starts, is minor little decisions. It's like, well, it's just a little bit of censorship. It's not that big of a deal. All right. And so, of course, if you've been paying attention to this for any significant amount of time, it certainly is.
Yeah. And the reality is it's really not, in the grand scale of things, a couple of, out of like 37 outfits or whatever the fuck they are, a couple of them having a little bit covered up here and there while there's still a lot of risque. It's really not that big of a deal. It's about the principle, and it's about what was promised and about what's been going on in gaming. It's about the double standards for characters like Abby getting butt fucked in, Last of Us Part 2 and letting them release that, but not something like this. That's really what this conversation's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Project Taco for 5. My Bree Poopy super chat made to FNT. Hail, I'm a happy boy. There you go. Maximus Timaeus for 5. I think they censored some of it to get a backlash to hurt the game so activist weirdos could celebrate it failing. I'm not sure.
I mean, they're games journalists just like to create nonsense and controversy for the sake of it. So because they need some type of narrative built around it. So that's really what I think was behind it.
Be buried over on Rumble for $2 says woke journalists wouldn't have a problem if Eve used to be called Steve. Probably true. It'd be stunning and brave. Atlanta Falcons for 5. You can do way more degenerate shit in Baldur's Gate 3 first few hours than you ever could do in Stellar Blade. Calling it over-sexual is hypocrisy. Accident Seller for 20 Norwegian. Just play Paper Mario on an emulator plus NTSC shader. You gonna get bust out an emulator for it, Jeremy?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I'll just play it on GameCube.
Melancholico for 20,000 Indonesian rupees. I'm a fan for years, living in Indonesia. Hail.
Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. People from Indonesia are watching us. How does it make you feel, Ryan?
I mean, I've been reading that fucking Indonesian rupee thing for a while, so I've known they're watching. But it's good to see it. There's like a fuck ton of people living in Indonesia, right?
Hell if I fucking know. Barely know what's going on in Alabama these days.
Population of Indonesia. It's got to be fucking massive. Indonesia. Yeah, 300 million. It's almost the size of the fucking United States. So there's a lot of people over there.
That is a lot.
What's up, our Indonesian peeps? Taker for 2. I always thought Goombas reproduced asexually. Nah, they look for female Goombas and catcall them, I guess. And
don't forget, earlier I said it, but I'll be hosting Mario Kart tonight on Geeks and Gamers Play. No more Jay in 10th place. You're actually going to see someone competing for wins and competing for championships tonight. Cobra Cast will be a little earlier, and then we'll roll right into Mario Kart over on Geeks and Gamers Play tonight. So I'm looking forward to it.
Golden Nuggets. Did Mario ever tap dat Peach? Also, does your Gagar go off for Luigi? Because I never see him get some.
I think Luigi's a player behind the scenes. I think he plays dumb just to play the role of the number 2, but I think he's a player behind the scenes.
And maybe Mario's actually like mentally disabled and Luigi's actually just like trying to make him feel better and shit.
I think so.
Maybe.
Luigi knows what's up.
Beardo's nemesis, John Morrow for 2. So again, Jeremy, you're gay.
John Morrow in the house.
John Morrow has become a fixture in Geeks and Gamers streams. Golden Nuggets for 5. Jay and Beardo look good. Ouch. May as well bring up Titanfall 3.
Man, just hitting me where it hurts today. Honestly, I think the worst thing that's happened to Titanfall is that Jennifer Lopez movie. Somebody said that, did Jeremy just think that Titanfall's the only game that's ever existed with mechs? No, but it's my favorite. And yeah, that is the worst thing. Did you see that Atlas trailer? Did we watch that? We watched that, I think.
You and I did not, but I saw it separately.
Jeez, man. Holy crap. Like, what an awful.
It just seems pretty cringe. Yeah.
It really does.
But hey, trying to grift off Titanfall, maybe. CG Hero for $5. Speaking of censorship, everyone should avoid the streaming service called Freevee. They censor tits, mute swear words, and show you ads of Lizzo. Freevee. Okay. Good to know. Salty Ito for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you.
Salty. What the fuck?
Sally.
Sally Ito.
Sorry, Sally. That's my bad.
What the hell happened to you, Ryan?
I'm done.
Ryan's having a stroke on stream. Holy shit, Ryan.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple days. Archer Blades for 320. What criticism do you have for Better Call Saul ending?
I just didn't think that it gave you the it's not a bad ending by any stretch of the imagination, and I think it's a proper ending. It just doesn't give you the satisfaction that the ending of Breaking Bad gives you, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's not so much a criticism as much as it's a comparison to Breaking Bad. But I thought that it's the way that Better Call Saul ended exactly like it should have ended with Jimmy, but you know. It's just that the Breaking Bad ending was so satisfying Everything down to just playing the Baby Blue song and how it all worked out. Now El Camino is dog shit. Saying dog shit is probably not fair. El Camino is very underwhelming, though. Would you agree with that? Did you watch El Camino?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Just very underwhelming. Very underwhelming.
Very unnecessary.
Yeah.
you know. We've got the new 1-800-Danky video here.
Yeah, I have not seen this one. He tagged me in it, so I don't know exactly what we're watching here.
Paper Mario deleted scene. Here we go.
Yeah, okay, we'll take that. All right, I'll start. Excuse me.
Oh, this is Kristen Eggroll, Project Eggroll.
You got it with you there.
What's up, baby? Why don't you hang it with us for a while? We play real nice.
Man, that's a fine-looking Goomba doing with the tuppy mustache man like that.
Oh, it is like so sweet that you boys think I'm cute. Seriously. Yeah. Guys like you make me feel like totally boffin. Now get out of our way.
Ouch, that was cold.
What? You're too good for us? Come off it, sister.
Nobody sings us like that. Nobody. Let's get them.
Okay, that was fucking good. Holy shit, that was good. Wow. All right, Danky again crushing it. And shout out to Krista and Project Eggroll.
Holy shit. I heard there's a Mufasa trailer out.
Oh no.
Mike Carroll says, "Did y'all check out the first trailer for Mufasa?" We're about to.
This is gonna be is it a teaser? It's gotta be a teaser. It can't be like a full length.
It is a teaser trailer.
Okay.
Oh God, don't hit us with fucking copyright.
Yeah.
This is a movie that nobody fucking wants. But here we have it. Mufasa.
Ooh, look at the downvotes. Wow.
Mufasa, the Lion King teaser trailer. It's fucking cold.
This story begins far beyond the mountains and the shadows. On the other side of the light. A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood. A lion who would change our lives forever. Mufasa.
Lifeless bullshit, dude.
Destiny awaits you.
Yeah, this is as lifeless as the first one. There's no personality whatsoever. This is garbage. So
go ahead.
The reason I hated the first one was big. Well, I mean, for the fact that it wasn't even like it's. I hate that they call it live action when it has literally nothing to do with live action. Yeah, it's not live fucking action at all. And so again, you're remaking a timeless classic in the Lion King animated film, and this is lifeless bullshit. Like there's no personality at all. It's dull. It's bland. It's
like
just
the
like
colors when the colors look normal, right? It doesn't pop off the screen because it's not animated. They're trying to make it look real, and it just doesn't. When you see something like this, here's a perfect example. All these fucking elephants dance, a musical number, whatever the fuck they're doing. It looks so strange because there's just vast nothingness. They don't pop out. They just look like normal animals.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is hard to, when you have these animated movies with so much life and presence and personality, to then try to put it into this where it just falls so short. And let's be real, the first one made like $1.6 billion or something insane.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know anybody that was asking for this. And in this era of Disney remakes, man, the fact that it's got 20,000 dislikes.
That is crazy. And I want to be clear, okay? Because all you motherfuckers, they're pointing their followers to go downvote it. We just found out about it. It just came out.
Yeah.
Like how many hours ago did it come out?
3 hours apparently.
3
I didn't even
hours
know
ago,
it came out until
and
somebody super chatted.
3 hours ago, and it's already nearly ratioed. And trust me, that will get ratioed, because when it just released to the 4.4 million people subscribed to Walt Disney Pictures YouTube account, those are the Disney fans that have already decided it's dog shit. Now you're going to start getting the normies coming in there and all of that. That's going to get crushed. Holy crap. It's not that the trailer is bad as much as it's the idea in general is bad. Yes, the trailer's bad too, but it's just like the overall idea of this even existing is bad. It's bad in every way, shape, or form. Nothing about this is good. Nothing about this. No one asked for this. No one. But of course, coming off of a $1.6 billion film in the first Lion King movie. Now, who's the guy directing this? Because Jon Favreau did the first one, so he's not back for this.
To be honest, I'm not fucking sure. Let's see.
It said it in the trailer, like midway through, it said his name. So, if you just let it right there.
Barry Jenkins.
I guess that's who it is. It says from Academy Award winner Barry Jenkins, but yeah, that is bad. And
guess what? You can't say that people are fucking racist or it's because they race off, like nothing like that. Mm-mm. This is just people are tired of soulless Disney bullshit.
And that's the thing, man. As we move into like, I don't know, you've lost all the personality and stuff. So like, again, if you go back and watch things like Beauty and the Beast or The Lion King or any of these classic Disney movies, like there's such personality within the art, you know what I mean? And there's a charm to it because it was drawn and people had a hand in it. This is all computer generated bullshit. There's no personality to it. There's no heart. There's no soul into it. It's just bland bullshit. And unfortunately, I think that's the direction we're heading for the most part.
It's December, Christmas. I guess we'll see how it does. Jay Frazier, hail G&G. Our fellowship's favorite Eldritch critic is about to drop a review of Amazon's Fallout next week. I heard it'll be long and autistic. Yes, it'll be good. Mark, I feel like Mark the Cyborg might be involved in that as well. Spikefish Network for 5. We need an alt firm to BlackRock and SBI to invest in games that gives them freedom of expression, not forced agenda. Jail 199 and BK Outpost. Thank you, Spikefish. Johnny the Butcher for 10. Fucking petty. I love it. I think he's talking about Jeremy's DMs. DB, member for a month. Did you see EBS smashes Cam and Mike watching Az and EJ? Guys, an unhealthy obsession with you all. Keep up the good work. 199. Can't say I know quite what you're talking about, but shout out. Keep doing your thing. Atlanta Falcons for 199. Mufasa trailer is out. We just saw it. Checo's Memories for 2. Danky dropped new vid. It stars Krista. We just watched it.
Yep.
Andrew CR for 2,500. Brian, stop hanging out with Tardo and Jay. You're starting to read like them. Rubbing off. Hayden for 20. Jeremy, watch then give us a review of Atlas. Give us a real review, but as if you're actually convinced it's a Titanfall movie.
I don't think it's a Titanfall movie. And I don't even know if it's like specifically trying to capitalize, because why would you try to capitalize off Titanfall, a fucking failed gaming franchise? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a generic mech, movie with mechs in it that just kind of feels like Titanfall. I don't think that it truly is like a Titanfall ripoff per se.
Future Boy for 2. I want to kiss J-Lo where she squirts. Hey, I feel you. Taker for 5. So Mufasa led a coup against the current king. This should be called Mufasa Rise of an African Dictator. Yeah. SBZ for 2. Can't even tell it's Mufasa or a random lion cub. Slaglaws for 2. Az is the X-Pac of FNT.
Well, X-Pac's awesome, so I guess that's a compliment.
I did want to talk, we're speaking of Disney, we got to talk about this new kind of Marvel report that just came out today. And I mean, it's similar to stuff we've heard for a little while now. But X-Men news, Jeremy. Finally, years and years and years after getting the fucking rights to the X-Men, they're finally starting to work on something. Marvel Studios looking for a writer. who can expertly balance comedy and drama, focus on female characters, and they want to introduce new characters, ones that haven't been in live action, alongside the main ones we all know. Now, that focus on female characters is obviously what's drawing a lot of attention. That would go along with reports that we got back in December that for Marvel Studios, for their X-Men movie, they wanted the focus to be on the female characters. So we kind of talked about it then. It looks like that's still the path ahead that they want to move towards, where you really should just focus on the fucking X-Men, right? You don't need to have a focus on this character. You should have a focus on all of them, the fucking team, as opposed to just more typical MCU stuff.
Well, X-Men is one of the true disappointments of where we are. I mean, because, and the reason is because if you, and I hate looking at things like this, but this is just, you have to in 2024. But if you look at the nonsense that all these left-wing propaganda people are spewing, like X-Men is literally everything that they claim they want. The X-Men of the past. You know what I mean? It's literally everything they claim they want, with diversity and representation and all that bullshit. Like X-Men is everything, but it's still not enough. They still have to have effect. They still have to go in there and ruin even something that is exactly what they claim that they want. I'm still getting dragged for my fucking X-Men video that I uploaded about the fucking animated series, because apparently people like
a lot of people like it. I haven't watched any more in the first episode yet. But
so and but if you watch my video, I said in the video, if you're looking forward to it, please continue to look forward to it and go enjoy it. Don't let my lack of trust in Disney affect you. And I stand by that. I stand by my video 100%. Because in my video, I said, if you're looking forward to it, go watch it, enjoy it, love it. I don't trust Disney at all. And I'm not going to give them any time of the day on this particular project because I don't trust them to. And is it finished? Is it the series finished? Season 1, are they done with it yet?
I think so. I don't know though. Like I said, I haven't been watching it.
Yeah. But I have heard people are enjoying it, so I'm happy about that. But I'm not gonna go fucking watch it. Fuck Disney and fuck their bullshit. And this step right here with the X-Men, it just continues to show you what their true motivations are moving forward. Like, we've seen a lot of good stuff that starts out good, and they use that goodwill against people. And that's the sad reality of where we are. That's why almost everything, like, I don't trust anything Disney's doing consistently on the TV or the movie side. I just don't. I don't trust anything that they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's pretty sound judgment at this point in time, based on their actions over the past 5 years or so.
I mean, hell, look at me. Like, I absolutely adored the final 4 episodes. Or I'd say almost all of it, except for the middle part of Clone Wars season 7. I loved it, especially the final 4 episodes. This is some of my favorite Star Wars stuff ever. It didn't change the fact that everything else that Disney was giving us with Star Wars, I hated. There was one thing that I really liked. And it didn't show that, but there was no true directional change. They still were giving you the same bullshit that they were giving you. They just happened to make something I liked. I feel like that's what X-Men 97 is for a lot of people. They're just happening to make something that you like right now. It doesn't matter. They're still going to give you a lot of more bullshit in the future.
At least George is coming back. Gremlin Anku for 5. How much you want to bet Mufasa will complain about the oppression from the albino lions? I did see a white lion in there. Maybe they were polar lions. I don't know. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. The Exalted Patriarch for 5. Mufasa comes out at Kwanzaa, not Christmas. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Exalted Patriarch. Pre-Dawn Corpse for 10. Jeremy, do you remember the G.I. Joe public service announcements that were remade better a while back? Look up G.I. Joe pork chop sandwiches.
I haven't seen that one in particular. Are you talking about the memes on them? Yeah, I have seen some of those for sure. The public service announcements were so great.
And then over on Rumble, John Goats for $1. Give me more games like Final Fantasy 16, where the women act evil is you get to beat them down in a boss fight, and your girlfriend verbally berates your traitorous mother before you fight a dragon. Hey, sounds fun. Yes, and we're all caught up with super chats, actually.
All caught up. So we were supposed to have a guest on today, but we couldn't get the scheduling down. But we will have a couple of guests this week here on Geeks Gamers Daily. So that will be kind of fun whenever we get that all worked out. And so I'm looking forward to that. We want to have more guests on occasionally, but I think the best thing about this show is that you never know. Like when the show starts, the audience is always like, who's it going to be? Who's going to be on today? Who's it going to be? And you never know on Geeks Gamers Daily. And that's the best part. But don't forget Mario Kart tonight, Cobra Cast tonight. Cobra Cast will be a little bit earlier. And then we will roll right into Mario Kart over on the Geeks Gamers Play channel. What do you got going on, Ryan?
I don't know. Just more business as usual, I suppose. So that's it. Nothing exciting.
Hayden says we don't even know when the show's gonna start. Oh man. But all right. So thank you guys so very much. Eric says the audience never knows, neither do the hosts. That is true. That is true. But all right, guys, thank you so much. Was it Jack White? We'll try to get Jack White on. I'm sure he'll respond to my Trump 2024 messages.
Message him Biden 2024. I changed my mind, Biden 2024, and see if he responds.
But all right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day, and we will see you tonight for Mario Kart on Geeks and Gamers Play on the Play channel. Don't forget, that's the blue logo. But thank you, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.